will start here at the 25.
Across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. He finds his man complete. It's Chavez. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Crowd keeps moving.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Lance. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. to throw on 2nd and 6. Lance, he'll drop this down to Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Williams is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Ball again. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. The Steelers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Herbert. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw field someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. On the slant, he's got Davis. He's got room at the 30. Still going. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy that runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Lance.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Come on, set.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Alontae Taylor.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lance now to throw.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He's going to go up top again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Running left, it's Hall.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. And that is caught. It's Davis. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. to throw here, Herbert.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He's got his man, Thornton.
And some room to work.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Herbert. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam now. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll give it to Patterson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Herbert.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis with his second TD of the game, his 6th of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Lance.
He's got it to Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They run. It's Williams. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Let's go now.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chavez.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
It's a pickup of 19.
That'll be good enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Ready, ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On second down, Williams. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17.
And Lance going to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Now Hall to start the drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Herbert now on second down.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one is over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, here's Williams. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Lance and company going on fourth down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hall on a give up the middle. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Milton Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now Herbert, third and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't expect a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Dan, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Steelers, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.